Heartwarming miracle. Little girl's 3-day plea exposed Millionaire's life-changing secret that transformed a town. Lily stood in the middle of what was once a bustling community center, her heart pounding like a drum. The peeling paint and faded murals told a tale of better days, memories of laughter echoing through the halls. Her mother organized countless events here, teaching the values of kindness and connection. Now, the place was on the brink of closure, and Lily couldn't just stand by. With her father working tirelessly at the factory, she felt the weight of their struggles intensify after her mother's passing. Determined to save the only place that felt like home after her mom's death, she rallied her friends on the playground. "If we don't do anything, they'll close it. We need to show everyone how important this place is." The spark in her eyes brightened their hearts. Before they knew it, the air was filled with a mixture of hope and trepidation. Over the next 3 days, they poured their souls into bake sales and car washes, their laughter ringing out amidst the chaos. Neighbors chimed in, sharing recipes and memories. Voices floated through the air, full of stories, joy, and solidarity. Even the grumpy Mrs. Jenkins, who often frowned at their antics, handed them her secret chocolate chip cookie recipe. During evening town meetings, Lily stood atop a makeshift podium made from old crates, passionately sharing her vision. "This center is a light in our community. We can't let it fade away." But she knew the biggest challenge awaited: Mr. Thompson. The businessman notorious for his cold demeanor and his wealth that seemed to suffocate compassion. Lily took a deep breath outside his lavish office, memories of her mother surrounding her like a comforting blanket. She squeezed her eyes shut, imagining her mother's encouraging smile, urging her to go on. As her heart raced, Lily reminded herself that sometimes people just need a little nudge. When the moment came, she entered Mr. Thompson's office, the air thick with tension. "Mr. Thompson," she began, her voice shaking but determined. "I'm here to save the community center." His face tightened, skepticism written all over it. Lily poured out her heart, the laughter, the connections, the very essence of life her mom breathed into that space. She was met with silence, but she pressed on. "This center helped families like mine. It taught us to stand together in hard times." For a fleeting moment, a flicker of something nostalgia, maybe, crossed Mr. Thompson's face. The walls he had built around himself started to shiver ever so slightly. Just as doubt crept in, she felt her passion magnify. The community had rallied behind her. Wasn't that enough to reach him? Before we continue, I need to let you know about something important that's happening. YouTube has been making changes to the system, and many people are losing notifications from channels they follow. If you're enjoying the content, hit that bell and mark all notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And if you can drop a like, it really helps me with reach. Seriously, it makes a difference. Oh, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'm always curious to know who's on the other side of the screen. Now, let's continue. Yet, the looming budget cuts cast shadows over the little victories they celebrated. Just when it seemed everything would fall apart, an unexpected storm rolled in, a flood of memories threatening to wash away the walls both Lily and Mr. Thompson had built. In that pivotal moment, the divide between privilege and struggle blurred. It was time to confront the truth of their shared humanity, to explore if compassion could rise above past scars. Would they grasp this chance to change not just the center, but themselves and the town? Lily's heart raced as she watched Mr. Thompson's expressions shift. For a brief moment, the stern lines of his face softened. "I remember it being a great place," he muttered, almost to himself. The flicker of recognition ignited a glimmer of hope in Lily. She wasn't ready to back down. This was the moment to push forward. "Please, Mr. Thompson," she pleaded, her voice steadying with determination. "This center isn't just blocks and walls. It's a haven for kids like me, a part of our family history. It brought us together when everything else felt lost." Her words hung in the air, heavy with passion. He shifted in his chair, combing a hand through his thinning hair. "It's not just about memories, Lily. There are real costs involved. For every dollar spent here, there's a dollar lost somewhere else. The cold reality of his words hit her like a wave, but she couldn't let despair seep in. Maybe it's time to rethink priorities, she shot back. Mr. Thompson, money is important, but what about community? What about our lives? You've built a fortune and we've built love right here. Silence enveloped them, broken only by the distant sounds of children playing outside. Lily's thoughts began to race. What was he thinking? Did he remember laughter echoing down these halls? Did he realize the tide of joy that swarmed the center? Days turned into weeks, and Lily kept pressing. She enlisted every friend she had, embarking on a mission to bring life back to the center. They painted murals, hosted movie nights, and shared stories of joy. Slowly but surely, people began to notice. One afternoon, as the sun dipped low, painting the sky with vibrant hues, Lily saw Mr. Thompson strolling past the center. For a moment, he paused, watching the children gather for a puppet show. She could see curiosity in his eyes. Maybe he was beginning to understand. Gathering her courage, she approached him, heart pounding. "What do you think of the show?" she asked, her voice bright enough to lift spirits. "It's nice," he replied, averting his gaze back to the bustling group. "The kids seem happy." "They are. And they need this place." Lily's heart fluttered with excitement. "Will you come to our next fundraiser? This time, we're not asking for money but support. We really need your voice." He seemed to contemplate her words. "I'll think about it," he finally said, that stubborn wall still standing strong. Days passed and they made strides. The fundraiser approached and Lily was nervous. Would it be enough? Could Mr. Thompson really show up, or was it just a promise that would fade like the paint on the walls? As the day arrived, the community center glowed brightly, adorned with ribbons and laughter. Families gathered, all excited, while Lily stood at the front, ready to welcome everyone. And then, amidst the bustling crowd, she spotted a familiar figure. Mr. Thompson. He walked through the door, and time seemed to stand still. Relief and hope surged within her. Maybe, just maybe, he would see the heart of their community. But as she gathered her thoughts, she noticed someone stepping forward, someone Lily had never expected. A figure from Mr. Thompson's past, someone with secrets that could unravel everything she had worked for. What could this mean for their fight to save the center? With her heart pounding, she wondered if they were about to witness a shift in everything they thought they knew. Lily stood frozen as the figure stepped forward. Her heart raced, an uneasy mix of excitement and dread coursing through her veins. The crowd murmured, a ripple of confusion sweeping through the gathering. Mr. Thompson's face darkened with an emotion she couldn't quite place. Fear? Regret? "Clara," he said, his voice low and almost trembling. The name hung in the air like a haunting melody. Clara didn't just look familiar. She looked important, an aura of elegance and mystery surrounded her. She was older, with silver hair framing her face and eyes that sparkled with a mix of kindness and hidden depths. Memories played like shadows on her features, memories that seemed entwined with Mr. Thompson's past that Lily couldn't begin to understand. "Remember me?" Clara said, her voice both soft and commanding. It's been a long time. The onlookers altered their stance. Curiosity piqued, as Lily's mind raced in a desperate whirl. What does she have to do with anything? The situation felt like a storm gathering, and she grasped for clarity. Mr. Thompson's resolve was slowly melting beneath the weight of Clara's presence. "I thought," he broke off, clearing his throat, "I thought you were gone for good." Clara stepped closer, her demeanor disarming. "I was. But I've come back to mend a few things I left behind." She glanced at Lily, then back to Mr. Thompson. "You've built something beautiful here, though. It's an honor to see it again." The tension crackled like electricity. Lily felt a sense of urgency push her forward, fueled by determination. "This center means everything to us, especially with all the changes happening. We need it. We need people like you." Clara's gaze softened as she took in the animated children, their laughter winding through the air like a warm embrace. "It's a wonderful place for the community. But it needs protection." Protection seemed like fragile promises, and Lily's pulse quickened with the realization that Clara's presence might be the key. But how? Can you help us? She asked, her voice tinged with desperation. Can you convince Mr. Thompson of how important this place is? Mr. Thompson stared at Clara, and she nodded softly, an unspoken understanding passing between them, a history wrapped in unhealed wounds. You both have to be part of its future, she urged. Talk to each other. Doubt flickered across his face. Lily felt their futures rising and falling with every moment of hesitation. In that split second, a connection between Mr. Thompson and Clara began to unfold, revealing relationships that extended beyond initial impressions. Clara, he whispered, as if awakening from a long sleep. We can't go back to the past. But we can build a new future, Clara countered, firm but gentle. This center could be a bridge, not a barrier, bringing together what was lost. Lily stood in awe, her mind racing. The whispers of the crowd melted into the background as she grasped the significance of what was unfolding. Something monumental was about to happen. But as her heart soared with hope, a loud crash echoed from the back of the room. A commotion erupted, drawing everyone's attention away from what felt like fragile breakthroughs. What just happened? Lily gasped, anxiety bubbling up again. With her pulse pounding, she turned toward the noise, fear clawing at her insides. What new challenge lay ahead as the winds shifted once more? Lily's eyes darted toward the back of the room where the commotion had erupted. A metal folding chair lay crumpled on the floor, a child crying nearby. Panic washed over her, erasing the moment of hope she had felt just seconds before. She pushed through the crowd, heart racing. As she approached, she could see a little girl, no more than 6, with tangled hair and tear-streaked cheeks. She was clutching a toy bear tightly to her chest, its button eyes blinking back under the fluorescent lights. Around her, other children gathered, their faces full of concern, their laughter replaced by anxious murmurs. What's wrong? Lily knelt beside the girl, a surge of protectiveness stirring within her. He pushed me, the child whimpered, pointing at a boy who stood a few paces away, shame flushing across his cheeks. Okay, let us calm down, Lily said, trying to soothe the girl. Did you fall? Are you hurt? No, but I wanted to talk to Mr. Thompson, and then Lily glanced at Mr. Thompson, who stood frozen, uncertainty etched on his face as he shifted his gaze between Clara and the distressed children. It was a powerful contrast, the chaos of a child's upset tugging hard against the fragile hope they had started to build. All right, Lily said to the little girl, wiping away a tear with her thumb. Let us not worry about that boy for now. Why do you want to talk to Mr. Thompson? I heard him say that people can help the center, and I need my big sister to come back. She loves the center, and she'll help, but she's gone. The sudden weight of that statement hit Lily hard. How many families were tied to this place? The urgent requests echoed in her mind, a web woven from loss and longing, all radiating from this center. Clara, she called out, glancing back at the older woman who had brought this wave upon them. Can you help with this? Clara, her expression unreadable, approached the girl and crouched down to meet her eyes. Sweetheart, what is your name? Emma, she sniffed, clutching her bear tighter. Emma, Clara said softly, do you believe the center can help you find your sister? Emma nodded, wiping her nose with the back of her hand. Then, let's make it happen together. Clara glanced toward Mr. Thompson, her eyes imploring. Mr. Thompson took a deep breath, as if caught between two worlds, and in that moment, something shifted in his expression. He stepped forward, the past and future converging within him. I've made mistakes, but I can't stand by and let hope slip through our fingers, not again. Lily felt a flood of relief washing over her. Maybe this was the turning point they needed, a breath of fresh air amongst the stifling uncertainty. Let us do it for Emma. Let us do it for everyone who needs this place, Lily said, her voice stronger now. The murmurs around them began to swell with new energy. Just then, another loud noise roared from the front door, a sound that felt like thunder rolling in. Lily's heart dropped as she turned toward the entryway, where shadows twisted like ink on the walls. What now? Who else was coming to stir the pot? What other twists awaited them? threatening the fragile gains they had made that day. Her hands clenched, and her breath quickened. Whatever was out there, Lily knew one thing for certain: it would either tear them apart or bring them together like never before. As the door swung open, the chatter in the room quieted. A tall figure stood framed in the doorway, silhouetted against the blinding light outside. It was a woman, her silhouette sharp and poised, but the uncertainty in her stance hinted at hidden layers of emotion beneath her confident exterior. Lily could feel the tension knotting in her stomach. Who was she? Was she an ally, or someone there to complicate things even further? "Hello," the woman said, her voice smooth but laced with urgency. "I'm sorry to interrupt, but I need to speak with Mr. Thompson immediately." Mr. Thompson, visibly startled, took an uncertain step toward the door. "Can I help you?" His voice was hesitant, caught between confusion and a flicker of apprehension. "Evelyn Reardon. I'm here about the center," she stated, her gaze sweeping over the room and landing on Emma, still clutching her bear. "I heard there was a need, and I might be able to assist." Lily's heart raced. Was this the miracle they had been hoping for? Or another distraction that could pull them apart when so much was at stake? "Assist how?" Clara interjected, her tone cautious, yet filled with guarded curiosity. Evelyn's brows knitted together, the determination in her eyes softening just a touch as she surveyed the gathering of hopeful children and hopeful adults around her. "I've had a difficult past few months. But this center, this place, it means something to me. I want to help it thrive." Lily could see the flicker of truth in Evelyn's eyes. A deeper story lay hidden, but time was fragile. Could they trust her? "Why now?" Mr. Thompson pressed, his voice wavering as he tried to process the sudden turn of events. "What changed?" Evelyn hesitated, her veneer of confidence momentarily cracking. "Because I've realized that helping others is the way to heal my own wounds." The room went silent, the weight of her words sinking in. Lily felt a swell of hope rise in her chest, mixed with doubt. Was this genuine? Or was it a chance for redemption disguised as charity? Emma shuffled closer to Lily, clutching her bear as if to draw strength from it. "Can she really help us?" she whispered, her small voice tinged with fragility. Lily knelt beside her, feeling the soft warmth radiating from the girl. "I don't know yet, honey, but we have to find out." The air felt electric, thick with anticipation and uncertainty. Clara exchanged glances with Mr. Thompson, an unspoken dialogue unfolding. They needed to decide quickly. An opportunity like this could be life-changing for the center, yet it could also lead them astray. Evelyn stepped closer, addressing the entire group. "I want to propose something. A fundraiser. If we can rally the community, I'll match whatever we can raise. Together, we can ensure this center remains a place of hope and healing." The murmurs in the room began again, like the flickers of a candle struggling to stay lit. Hope mingled with trepidation as each person weighed their options. Was it possible to bridge the chasm of uncertainty with something new and unexpected? In that moment, Lily felt the leading edge of decision pressing down on them. Would they take this leap of faith, or would they hold on to their doubts, stifling what could be a lifeline for so many? As eyes turned toward Lily, she could feel the weight of their hopes resting on her shoulders. This was the moment she had asked for, the chance to change the center's fate. But with such opportunities came grave risks. Lily looked back at Emma, still waiting for an answer, and she took a deep breath. "If you're all in," she began, "then I'm all in too." Just as the room came alive with renewed energy, the sound of a distant siren echoed from the street outside. A rush of wind swept through the doorway, carrying with it an unshakable sense of urgency. Lily's heart pounded again. What kind of storm was brewing beyond those walls, waiting to challenge their newfound resolve? What hidden truths and tests lay ahead, ready to push them to their limits? Lily could feel the tension rising in the room, each heartbeat echoing the uncertainty that lingered in the air. As the siren's wail faded into the background, she pushed herself to focus back on Evelyn. The woman stood there, waiting like the rest of them, and Lily caught a glimpse of something unyielding in her eyes, a desperation veiled in determination. The possibility of hope lay just within reach, But was it real? Lily? Mr. Thompson's voice broke through her thoughts, grounding her once more. What do you think we should do? If we decide to go ahead with this fundraiser, we need a plan. The group shifted, their faces revealing a mix of eagerness and lingering doubt. Clara crossed her arms, deep in thought, while Emma squeezed her bear tighter, her tiny face illuminated with cautious curiosity. Lily? With a deep breath, she gathered her thoughts. We can't turn away from this. Evelyn is right. The center needs help, and we can't afford to ignore the opportunity. Do you really think she'll follow through? Clara's voice was sharp, revealing the worry hidden behind her own doubts. Lily considered the question. Maybe she just needs someone to believe in her like we're hoping for her to believe in us. Evelyn seemed to sense the shift, the eyes of the group flitting between them, seeking reassurance. I promise I won't let you down. If we work together, we can make this happen, she said, her voice stronger now, filled with fervor. A flicker of hope ignited in Lily's heart. Okay, if we're going to do this, we need to come together. Everyone has to pitch in. Clara, maybe you can help with marketing? Clara nodded slowly, her mind already shifting into gear. And I can reach out to the schools, invite them to join us. It'll get the kids excited. Emma, Lily turned to the small girl beside her. You could help create posters, right? Maybe draw something that makes people smile. Emma's eyes brightened, and for a moment, fear was replaced with childlike enthusiasm. Can I really? Of course. You're already part of this. As the ideas flowed, so did the energy in the room. Names were thrown around, numbers jotted down, plans arising with the intensity of a storm brewing outside. But just as they began feeling unstoppable, the sound of the siren returned, penetratingly close now, a stark reminder of the world lingering just beyond those comforting walls. The chatter faded to murmurs of uncertainty once more. What is going on? Mr. Thompson's brow creased as he looked toward the door. Do you hear that? Lily's eyes widened as she realized the implications. This wasn't just the everyday noise of the city. Something more serious was happening outside. Her heart thrummed erratically. What if this unforeseen event changed everything they had just begun to build? Suddenly, Evelyn took a step forward, her voice unwavering. I don't know what's out there, but I'm here for you all. We'll face whatever it is together. That's what the center stands for, right? The group nodded, a sense of unity blossoming amid the simmering uncertainty. They had newfound strength, even if they didn't fully understand the challenges ahead. All right, Lily said, attempting to take charge again. If we're doing this, we do it in tandem. Let us gather as a team. We can plan everything now. Just as she finished speaking, a loud commotion erupted outside, drawing their attention fully. People's voices rose in alarm, the sound of hurried footsteps echoing down the street. Lily clenched her fists, trying to calm the whirlwind inside her. What's happening out there? In that very moment, a child's frightened scream cascaded through the air, freezing everyone in place. Lily's heart lurched. Whatever storm was brewing beyond those walls, it was already crashing into their fragile world. Would they stand together, or would fear scatter them like leaves in the wind? As the tension thickened, the door swung wide, and the scene outside began to unfold, revealing an unexpected twist that would change everything. What lay ahead, a challenge or an opportunity for redemption? The question hung heavy in the air, waiting to be answered. Lily held her breath as the door creaked open, revealing the chaos unfolding outside. The once familiar street, where children laughed and played, was now alive with a stark urgency. People rushed in every direction, their faces pale with fear, eyes wide with confusion. Is everyone okay? Mr. Thompson called out, concern lacing his voice. Just then, a woman stumbled through the door, her hands shaking. Her hair was disheveled, a frantic energy radiating from her. There was an accident, a gas leak. They're evacuating the neighborhood. Gasps filled the room. Eva, perched on the edge of her seat, turned to Lily with wide, fearful eyes. What if our parents are out there? What if they don't come back? Hey, it's going to be okay. Lily stepped toward her, crouching down to meet her gaze. We need to focus. We can't let this scare us. We can help each other while we figure it out. Let us stay calm. Clara's brow furrowed. We should check if the center is safe too. What if we have to leave? Evelyn nodded, her stern expression softening. We will check on everyone. We can't lose sight of what we started today. But first, we stand firm together. Lily felt the steel in Evelyn's tone, and it gave her strength, too. Let us make sure Emma's all right, she suggested, motioning toward the little girl clutching her bear tightly. Emma, sweetie, can you help us by keeping track of folks? Just count everyone here, and let us get everyone in one spot. Emma nodded, her small face lighting up with determination. I can do that. As Emma made her way to each member, Lily felt a surge of unity wash over the group. They were a makeshift family, ready to support each other in tumultuous times. The sirens still wailed in the distance, but Lily chose to believe that their community could withstand this storm. Mr. Thompson, Clara turned to him, her voice firm. Can we gather everyone here? The more we stick together, the safer we'll be.
Right.
Let us rally all of our neighbors. I'll go and check on the others, he declared, his authoritative voice carving a path through the chaos. Lily watched as he moved to the door, and an unexpected wave of gratitude washed over her. They were stepping up in a moment of fear, sharpening their intentions amidst uncertainty, where hope now glimmered through cracks of fear. Just then, outside, a firefighter appeared, helmet gleaming even in the dim light, and the crowd quieted slightly, drawn toward his presence. He beckoned people to move back, creating a secure perimeter. Everyone needs to evacuate calmly, please. We have to get this area safe. His authoritative voice cut through the panic like a lifeline. Lily turned back to her group. We can't hide from this anymore. If we're going to make a difference for the center, we have to start by being a part of this community now. The chatter of the group faded into serious nods and murmurs of agreement. They recognized that their mission had expanded beyond the fundraiser. It was about community and safety, the spirit they'd been building together, now tested. As people hurried through the door to help the firefighters, Evelyn paused. This gives us a chance to deepen our ties with our neighbors. Maybe we can share our plans for the center with them while they wait. Just as hope began to spark in her heart, a loud crash echoed from the distance, followed by a cloud of dust rising into the air, blocking the daylight. The room gasped, and Lily felt her stomach twist. What was that? Someone whispered, a tremor in their voice. Lily narrowed her eyes, searching into the uncertain turmoil. This was no longer just about their fundraiser, it was a moment that defined them. Would they rise to the occasion, or let fear overwhelm them? Together, we will face this, Evelyn stated firmly, her voice ringing with conviction. But we must decide, who are we really? Lily stood frozen, grappling with the intensity of those words. The storm outside had thrust them into the center of a crisis that would either break them or forge an unshakable bond. And as the dust continued to swirl, the heavy question loomed. Would they uncover their strength, or would they falter in the storm? The loud crash echoed again, reverberating through the room and sending a fresh wave of anxiety coursing through Lily. She glanced around at her friends, each face reflecting the same mix of fear and determination that gripped her heart. Stay close, she instructed, gathering her own courage. We need to come up with a plan. Before she could say another word, Emma gently tugged on her sleeve. Lily, do you think it's safe if we go look outside? Her voice barely rose above the sound of distant sirens and shouting. Lily knelt down, meeting Emma's gaze. I don't know, sweetie, but we'll figure it out, okay? Just stay with us. Mr. Thompson hurried back into the center, his expression serious. We need to create a safe space for everyone. Kids first. Let us gather all the younger ones to the back room away from the windows. The urgency of his tone helped steady the group. They moved quickly, guiding the littlest ones together. Clara looked back at the crowd forming outside. Shouldn't we help them? They might need us. Mr. Thompson shook his head. We can't risk it right now. They're doing their job out there. Let us focus on what we can control. The adults worked quickly to usher their community into a tighter huddle, while Lily watched Emma kneeling by the door, her eyes darting between the chaos outside and her friends engrossed in their task. It was a tense moment, the air thick with questions. Would their families return? Would they be safe? "I'll take care of everyone," Emma said firmly, clutching her teddy bear as if it held the answers to all the uncertainties swirling around them. Lily couldn't help but smile, heartening at Emma's brave spirit. "All right, let us keep it together," Evelyn chimed in, her voice clear like a beacon. "Let us share stories with each other. We'll feel stronger together." Slowly, one by one, they opened up. A shared story about a funny pet, a treasured memory, or even a small victory inspired laughter and relieved tension. As stories unfolded, the air lightened, pushing back the weight of fear. Then, another tremor quaked through the building, and the laughter instantly faded. Lily felt a jolt in her chest. This time, it was a deep concern. "What was that?" she exclaimed, her heart racing. Mr. Thompson rushed toward the window, a line forming on his forehead. "It looks like a building nearby might have collapsed from the blast. We need to keep everyone focused." The group shuddered. Lily clenched her fists, feeling a surge of protectiveness not just for her friends, but the entire community. "We can't let this define who we are. We need to stay open and keep supporting each other. It means everything." Just then, a voice boomed from outside, louder and more urgent than before. "Everyone needs to take shelter. Stay indoors until we can assess the situation." The crack of authority in that voice had them all listening closely. Lily turned to her friends and neighbors. "We need to rally the adults now. If we can band together, we can help everyone else. Maybe they need to hear what we have planned for the center." The group nodded in unison, spirits lifted with renewed determination. They were more than just scared individuals now. They had become warriors of hope amidst chaos. Lily took a deep breath, looking around at the fierce determination etched on each face. "Let us gather everyone's ideas and share them. Community isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving, hand in hand." As they rallied to share their visions, a figure emerged from the crowd, a woman, panic blanketing her face, tears streaming down like rain. "My son, he was out there during the leak. I can't find him." Lily's heart plummeted deeper than it had before. The storm was raging outside, but inside, a more personal tempest began to swell. "We will find him, I promise," she cried out. But in that very instant, she realized that the resilience of their community would be tested like never before. Could they save not only their hopes for the center, but also the very lives of those they held dear? As the group prepared to search, the air thick with urgency and emotion, Lily felt a sense of resolve. Would they step forward into the unknown darkness together, or would fear tear them apart? Lily pushed through the swirling swirl of panic and determination. The sight of the crying woman pulled at her heart like an anchor. "We have to split up and search." She turned to Mr. Thompson, her voice firm. "We'll look for him outside. Emma can help keep the little ones safe here." Mr. Thompson hesitating at the door, uncertainty etched in the lines of his face. "Lily, it's dangerous. We have to prioritize everyone's safety. But we can't just sit here when we might be able to help. If I were that mother, I would want someone to look for my child," she insisted, her heart racing with the urgency of a growing fire. "I'm going with you," Emma piped up, her little voice unwavering. Lily knelt down beside her. "Are you sure? It might be scary out there." "I can be brave with you," Emma declared, her grip tightening on her teddy bear, as if it could shield her from danger. The adults began to murmur, some clearly against a risky venture into the chaos, while others nodded, sensing the need for action. Clara stepped forward, her face flushed with determination. "We can help too. We're not just kids. We're part of this community. If we stick together, we can do anything." Mr. Thompson looked around the room, recognizing the resolve growing within everyone, young and old. "All right," he conceded finally, though his voice bore a note of concern. "Stay in pairs. We'll look outside, but stay safe." Lily nodded, feeling gratitude swell inside her. The tide of hope began to rumble as they shuffled towards the exit, hearts beating as one. Pushing the heavy doors open, they were met with a cacophony. Windows shattered, debris scattered like dust clouds, and the air buzzed with fear-laden energy. But there was also camaraderie, with neighbors rushing to each other, calling for loved ones, banding together amid the chaos.
Stay close,
Lily called over the noise as they stepped into the street, scanning the area. Her eyes darted from one frightened face to another, while her mind raced with all the possibilities. We'll move along this block. Emma, you stay by my side. With every step, they searched, calling out for the missing boy, trying to maintain hope despite the sinking dread in their hearts. Emma's soft voice broke through the tension. What if he has scared Lily? Lily paused, meeting her gaze. Then we need to be the brave ones for him. We'll find him. No one gets left behind. As they walked, they spotted other familiar faces, families, children, and volunteers joining in their quest to rescue lost ones. Shouts filled the air. We need help over here. I saw a little boy near the tree. It was like stitches being sewn back into the fabric of their community. Then, in the distance, Lily spotted movement, and her heart skipped a beat. Over there, she shouted, pointing towards a cluster of fallen bricks where a small figure sat amidst the rubble, wide-eyed and alone. Emma gasped, her hand clutching tightly onto Lily's. They rushed forward, weaving through the debris, hope surging as they closed the distance. It's okay, Lily shouted reassuringly. We're here to help. As they neared the figure, urgency pulsed through Lily's veins. The boy looked up, tears streaking his dirt-smudged face. He was trembling, but when he saw Lily and Emma approaching, something flickered in his eyes, recognition, or perhaps a glimmer of relief. Before Lily could call out again, a loud crack echoed above them, causing her to freeze. A shadow loomed overhead.
Run,
she yelled, adrenaline coursing through her. The world tilted as loose bricks began to fall. What would happen to them in that moment when time felt suspended? Would they escape? Or was this their final test of courage? Lily's heart raced as she turned to grab the boy's hand. Would they make it out alive together? The world around Lily erupted in chaos as she lunged forward, grasping the trembling boy's hand. Emma was close behind, her face a mixture of determination and fear.
Come on, you can do it,
Lily urged, pulling the boy toward the safety of the street, away from the crumbling structure. With every step, adrenaline coursed through her. A loud crash echoed behind them, and she prayed they wouldn't look back. Together, they sprinted past groaning beams and scattered debris, their hearts pounding in sync. As they reached the edge of the rubble, a deafening crack pierced the air, chandeliering bricks cascading down right where they had been moments before. They had dodged a bullet, lives saved in the nick of time. Are you all right? Lily breathed, her words filled with urgency, yet laced with compassion. The little boy, now beside her, nodded, his big eyes wide with awe and fear. Yes, but my brother, he was with me. I think he is still inside. Lily felt a pang in her chest. We need to find him. I promise we will. She turned to the others, who were gradually filtering out onto the street, hearts united in a shared pursuit of hope and safety. Are you okay? Clara asked as she rushed to their side, her eyes scanning over the group's safety. Seeing the boy's distressed expression, she knelt beside him. Tell us where he is. He was playing by the swing, he stuttered. I thought he was coming with me. Lily felt a surge of resolve. Then let us go back. We can't leave him behind. Emma nodded vigorously, her brave spirit shining bright even amidst the chaos. Without hesitation, the small group headed back toward the looming structure. Voices around them grew louder, blended with fear and anxiety, yet the determination to bring everyone home pushed Lily forward. Stay close and listen to me, she instructed, her heartbeat pumping strength through her words. Time felt elastic, stretching as they navigated the wreckage. As they made their way cautiously through fallen debris, a rescue team appeared, helmets gleaming and equipment ready. What's your status? A firefighter shouted, eyes sharp as he surveyed the situation. 2 boys might still be inside, Lily called back, bolstered by the urgency in his voice. They were by the playground. Stay clear while we check inside, he ordered, and Lily felt a surge of hope. As the workers moved like a well-oiled machine to assess the damage, Lily and her group stood outside, eyes glued to the entrance. The tension in the air was palpable, a mix of hope and fear knitting them tightly together. "We'll find them," Emma whispered, squeezing Lily's hand. It felt so right to stand together amidst such uncertainty. Minutes felt like hours, and finally, a firefighter emerged from the building, somber yet relieved. "We found them. The boys are safe," he declared, ushering them forward as he stepped aside. Lily's heart swelled with relief as the boys stumbled out, dirty but unharmed. Tears streamed down their faces, and Lily instinctively wrapped her arms around them. "You did it! You're safe now," she whispered, her heart bursting with joy. Emma chimed in and hugged them, and in the midst of the chaos, laughter bubbled up, a sound like sunlight breaking through the darkest clouds. The reunion sparked something crisp and bright in Lily. This sense of community they had all been fighting for was more than just the center. It was the bonds made in difficult moments and the courage ignited amidst uncertainty. As she pulled back, she noticed people gathering on the street, united in their relief. Mr. Thompson stood near the doorway, Clara by his side, both witnessing the children's unwavering resilience. Their faces were lit by newfound admiration and respect. The energy shifted. There was a lightness that hadn't been there before. Shoulders relaxed, and hearts felt open. "We are stronger than we thought," Lily spoke aloud, her voice steady and true. "This is our community, and we can rise together." The cheers erupted around them, hands clapping, bodies bouncing in vibrant joy. However, as the adrenaline diminished, reality seeped back in with a subtle heaviness. Thousands of questions remained, remnants of that day still coiling around their collective spirit. But Lily understood now. They had faced uncertainty, fear, and chaos together and emerged united. "Let us not just rebuild the center. Let us help each other and build a stronger community," she suggested, looking around at the inspired faces. "Share food, share stories, and share hope." A chorus of agreement arose, voices ringing with enthusiasm. "Let us plan the fundraiser," Clara shouted from the edge of the crowd. "We'll make it about bringing families together and helping those in need." With every heartbeat, the community tightened like threads pulling together, stitching bonds that couldn't be severed. Ideas flowed, laughter replaced tears, and hope became a tangible reality. Time passed in joyful bursts, a resounding testament to their perseverance. In that moment, standing among the group, Lily realized something profound. They weren't just saving a building. They were salvaging the spirit of their community, one heartbeat at a time. Each person, the children, the adults, was part of the essence of this place, and together they were going to make it flourish. As the sun dipped low on the horizon, vibrant colors washing over the sky like a watercolor masterpiece, they stood stronger than ever. Hope flickered bright amidst the chaos, and together, they would etch their story into the fabric of their town, a testament to resilience, love, and community that would echo for generations to come. Now is the time to truly support our journey. You need to subscribe immediately to the channel to not miss out on next exclusive stories. Leave a like now to feed the algorithm and show your love. Comment your reactions and feelings about this heartwarming ending. And don't wait not even one more second to share this video with at least 5 friends who need to see this transformative tale. Only true fans understand the importance of supporting this channel through these actions. Let's keep the love rolling.